Here's Tommy.
So we're out in the garage, and that means it's time to do another Sonic game. But what Sonic game could we do that hasn't been done 100 times before on YouTube already?
Well, how about Sonic Jam?
You mean the one on the Saturn?
Well, it didn't have anything new to offer, but it's worth talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Sonic Jam has a pretty interesting history actually. Did you know that in Japan, Sonic really wasn't all that popular?
You're kidding!
No, seriously. In fact, Sonic was so unpopular that they actually decided to dedicate a whole month of just releases of Sonic games on the Saturn. As by April '97, the Saturn was a lot more popular than it was over here in Australia and in America.
So that's what Sonic Jam is, yeah?
Pretty much. It's a retrospect of the previous Sonic games, like, oh, we got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and, of course, Sonic and Knuckles.
Pity they never made Sonic X-Treme though. That's a game that would have done really well in Japan, especially if Yuji Naka had his hands in it.
You're telling me, Tommy, but that project was just taking too long to make. And Yuji Naka was sick of making Sonic games by then, after making the last 4. So he went on to make Nights in the Dreams, and they went on to put out this compilation.
And what a top compilation it is too. With Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, it's a great reminder why you spent so many hours playing these games on me.
And money too, Tommy. But this compilation had Sonic and Knuckles. And by the time this game came out, I had already moved pretty much onto the Saturn, so it was a good chance for me to have a second go at it.
And the lock-on works as well, so you can play Knuckles in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, which makes the game quite a bit different, as Knuckles isn't as fast as Sonic, but he can glide, and he can climb walls too.
That's party day day!
And I am loving playing Knuckles on Sonic 2 right now. I mean, it's been great, as he's been able to get around places that I didn't even know were able to be reached by Sonic himself. Sadly, Sonic 1 isn't able to be locked on, probably because it came out before the Sonic team moved to America, and they hadn't thought of that idea yet.
But hey, you can't complain, as in Sonic Jam, the first Sonic has opened up heaps with the new spin dash. That wasn't in the original.
But if you're a purist like me, you can go into the options and turn that off if you want to.
Speaking of options, there's a ton of them in this collection, isn't there, Charlie?
That's true, Tommy. In fact, there's, like for instance, 3 difficulty levels you can have on just about every game. There's, for starters, there's normal, which is the original version, but with more rings, and somehow some of the obstacles have been taken away.
There's easy mode, which is like a bare bones version of the game with shorter levels and no bosses.
And the original version, which is pretty much a clone of the original version on the Mega Drive. What is cool though, is that you have an internal battery that you can save your games on, so when you do save your game, you can continue on at the zone you were saved at.
Don't forget the extra bonus stuff, Charlie.
You go, Tommy. You know what you're talking about, mate.
Well, there's time attack mode, where you can race the clock and go for your best time on just about any stage. The game even saves your top 3 times on each level. Then, there's the special stage mode, where you can play all of the game's special stages, one after the other.
Finally, you can check out the manuals, which is pretty interesting as the Japanese manual was quite different to ours, wasn't it, Tommy?
That's right. Besides having all the cool artwork, the manual was in colour, which is a lot more than can be said about any of the manuals for just about, well, any Mega Drive game released over here. Oh, and Charlie, you said finally, but you forgot the timeout mode, which takes off the 10-minute time limit.
Whoops. Sorry, Tommy. It's just I wanted to get on to the special part of this game, which is the Sonic World.
There's really not all that much you can say about it, Charlie. I mean, we have a small Green Hills-styled area where Sonic is presented in 3D, with the choice to either check out the museums or play a series of time attack games.
Whoa, slow down there, Tommy. One at a time, mate. Let's just take us through the museum first, eh?
Okay, well, first off, there's an art gallery, which has a bunch of pretty drawings, but when I say pretty, I mean pretty boring.
But what's cool about that room in particular is that you can enter the room from different directions and get different pictures. If you enter the room from, like, back, you will get pictures from the flicky artwork, but if you enter the room from the front, then you'll get pictures from the bad guys and stuff like that. And hey, the movie theatre isn't all that bad. Check this out.
アメリカで大活躍のスーパーハリネズミが日本でも大暴れ。その名はセガソニック・ザ・ヘッジホッグ。メガドライブで待ってるぜ。
Okay, now we have the music shop, which is basically what you imagine it to be. But I gotta say, the music on Sonic was pretty good.
Pretty good? You gotta be kidding me! Sonic had one of the best soundtracks ever on a Mega Drive game, or one of them anyway.
Anyway, moving on, Charlie, we have the character house, which is pretty much the same as the art gallery, as it's just a bunch of boring old pictures.
Stop right there, Tommy. It's not all that bad. I mean, there's some real interesting stuff in this house particularly. I mean, you get to see the concept art of how Sonic was born, how it came to be, and, you know, some of the bosses and sketches of all the different stuff.
Finally, we have the Hall of Fame, which has a timeline of the games and their release dates, plus other events in Sonic's history covering from 1990 to 1997. But now that's over, we can get on with the action.
Ah, yes, the time attack mode. Now this is pretty good. Although small, there's still some good challenges in here that range from, oh, this is easy, to, how the hell am I going to do this? So to wrap up, you know, what can you really say? There's the 3D world of Sonic is, you know, it's alright for the first 5 minutes or so, and then you end up going, oh, what's so good about this? And all you're left with is four games that you already owned on the Mega Drive, you know. But, you know, for something to tide you over until Sega brings out Project Needle Mouse, or whatever they're going to be calling it, it's alright, you know. But if you want a 3D Sonic game, then you're better off getting a game like Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast, because as far as I can recommend, it's the best 3D Sonic game they've ever brought out so far. Better Unleashed and better than Sonic 2006 and, you know, better than Sonic 2 Adventure 2 even, if you ask me. Although it was rushed, still, I don't know, it has the essence of quality. So to finish up, we're going to have a quick look at Sonic X-Treme. Now, we've already gone through this developer previously in another episode. I think it was the post-2002. There was another one too, I think we did it in. But anyway, Sonic X-Treme was the last project by them. Here's a look at one of the badges that I got a while ago. And yeah, I've got some footage and some level structures and designs and stuff like that. So let's go take a look, eh?